Oh, hey YouTube, what's up? This is We All Juggle Knives with a Boker Desert Star. Yes, it's got tan handle scales and a star. I'm assuming that's why they're calling it Desert Star. I don't know. I guess they kind of run out of names after a while because Boker Magnum is basically Boker's budget China line, and they just churn out knives. But when I find a good one, I will let you guys know. This is basically just a heads up video to let you know this exists. It goes for $20 or even less sometimes. I've seen it on Amazon. I'll include the Amazon link. But this is what you call a budget beater knife. You know, something that's expendable. Right? But see, the thing about this, the reason why it's better than the other 500 Boker Magnums that you'll find for the same price is the blade shape. You know, oh, and that basher pommel. There you see open pillar construction, thick liners, one position pocket clip. Yeah, I know. You know, you can't have everything in life, all right? But I do like that basher pommel. It kind of reminds me of, those cold steel AK knives. It's a good idea because basically, you can use this as a Kubotan. It opens smoothly. You saw the dual thumb studs there. It does lock up securely. Obviously, liner lock. Got some jimping on that thumb ramp. But the blade shape on this reminds me of a much more expensive knife. Check that out. You got a thumb ramp on the basher for reverse grip. This is a very ninja-esque knife with the basher, and then they're even thinking about the reverse grip. But it is actually a good idea to have an impact device with you. You see, it's made so you can use it while it's closed as well. Now, as far as the steel on this, they list it as 440. So it could be 440A or 440C. If it was C, why wouldn't they just put the C, But on the other hand, Boker Magnum does have a large number of knives that are 440C. Actually, Boker in general. Oh, do you see that cut on my hand? Yeah, I was pulling machetes out of my my throwing target, and I set one down, and it fell. And it went for my thumb, but it just got a tiny piece. But that is a great modified Bowie blade shape. It reminds me of some of my Emerson knives. In fact, I really wish a company would make a much more, better version of this. The same blade shape, just better steel, better everything. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you can hear the bird. It's early morning. There's birds going crazy. So that's free, by the way. There's no extra charge for those bird sounds. I know. But yeah, this thing, when I find a good knife for a good price, I will let you guys know. I will make a heads up video because this is about, you might say, why would you get this when you can get some Ganzos that are pretty good? Well, yeah, Ganzos are good for the price too. This is on par with them, I would say. So that's why I am bringing it to your attention. Like I said, I think I looked at every Boker Magnum on Amazon, and this is one of the best for the pommel and the blade shape. That's what really sets it apart for me. So yeah, that's pretty much this video. It's just a heads up because the single most common request that I get and that every reviewer gets is budget blades that are actually worth getting. And the second most common question or request is, can you teach me to sharpen a knife? Well, I'll just say you definitely need to get a work sharp if you're doing machete or cheap hatchet sharpening, get the work sharp. And Spyderco Sharp Maker is pretty good for, depending on what type of blade. I'll tell you, it works very well on most Spydercos, which are thin, and it works really well on Swiss Army knives as well. So that's my advice for that. But yeah, I thought you guys would want to see this because, a beater knife is good, and a beater knife that can also be a Kubotan or a glass breaker, nice flyby. That's also good. The modified Bowie, it's just pointy, it's aerodynamic, it's fleshodynamic too, if you know what I mean. So yeah, an inexpensive, expendable beater with some good defensive potential as well, and a winning blade shape. And like I said, it does lock up well. Now you're going to, oh, is the edge going to hold up? No. I mean, it's a cheap knife. You're going to have to accept that you'll probably have to sharpen it and resharpen it more often than, a harder super steel. I mean, it's just obvious. So no, the edge won't hold up. Sorry. Don't buy it if you don't like that. So, I mean, aside from the obvious that you're not going to get a super steel for $20, it is still good for all of those other reasons I mentioned. It's just useful for its price. A lot more so than most of the other Boker Magnums I've seen. Alright, I hope you enjoyed seeing this. Stay tuned for many more budget knife reviews. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.